Hey guys, we're back to the next video, and this time we're looking at some more build quality is the best because look at that. Oh, Lee and Lee like RGB fans from LTC. Okay, so these are the LTC CF-121D 120mm PC fans. Now, these are ARGB fans and they connect up just like Lee and Lee. But first of all, we're going to see what comes in the box. So, comes with all the accessories. It does come with actual screws by here for mounting them on the radiator. Because obviously these are going to be a tad different, so they need their own type of screws. And then you are greeted with this. This is how you connect it. It's very similar to what Lee and Lee used to do. They don't do this type of connector anymore, but basically a copied version other brands have done. So that, and then we get to the fans. And these are the fans. Now, they are white. I wouldn't say they're the heaviest fans, they're quite light actually. Now they are daisy chainable, so they do connect together, and this is how you connect them. Like this, just like this. So you put it like that in the hole and then pull it. And there it is connected. Now, it's nice. I wouldn't say these are the best RGB fans I've ever looked at. I've seen some better ones, but these are quite nice. I like the fact that for $40, you can get a pack of 3. You can get them in white or black. Now, of course, it does have powerful airflow. Goes from 800 to 1800 RPM per fan. The CFM is 70 CFM with a 2.23mm H2O static pressure. So that means these are well good enough for radiator use. So let's get these installed on the test bench and see how these perform, shall we? This is the LTC ARGB fans. I'm going to put the mic up towards the fans and pull away. Barely hear them. Same thing, but 100% fan speed. Well, these definitely are loud. Okay, so when it comes to the overall benchmarking now, I've done it at 2 different ways. 50% fan speed and 100% fan speed, just to see how, or if there's actually a difference between going from 50 to 100% fan speed. So normal runner test, Cinebench, Blender Pavilion, Blender Classroom, 3D Marks test. The room temp at the time was 12 Celsius and it did go up by 2 degrees. But it is autumn in Wales, so it's quite cold outside at the moment, so it's not that much above ambient. So 50% fan speed. The CPU power during each test was 200 watts, but it did go down to 183. And the CPU clocks were 4.9, but did go down to 4.3, but that's well above base clock, so don't have to worry about that. The system I'm using is my 5900X, which obviously I'm using the InWin 360 as well. That's my go-to AIO because it's just simple to use and easy to install. So for Cinebench R23, the idle's 25 with a max of 80. Blender Pavilion, idle's 25 with a max of 77. Blender Classroom, idle's 25 with a max of 76. And 3D Mark CPU Test, idle's 25 with a max of 69. Nice. So for 100% fan speed, the CPU power draw was 203 watts, but did go down to 188 watts. The CPU clocks were exactly the same, 4.9 highs, and the lows were 4.3, but that's definitely well above base clock, so I'm going to worry there. Now, the Cinebench R23 run, the idles are 24, which did go down by a degree, and the max did go down by actually quite a bit. It went down to 77. That's actually a good improvement, but you're sacrificing noise, which you've probably heard in the video. Blender Pavilion, idles 24 with a max of 76. Blender Classroom, idles 24 with a max of 74. And 3D Mark Super Test, idles 24 with a max of 69 again. Nice. And that's it for the overall benchmarking. Now I'm going to do is put up a graph by here for other ARGB fans, because I can't really add just normal ARGB fans because obviously these just connect to each other, but I'll put up a graph anyway including other RGB fans I've reviewed so you guys can get a rough idea of which ones you should actually get. Okay, so look, you saw the rest of the video. Now, yes, the packaging is very basic. There's no frills, nothing. Now, the fans themselves. Now, yes, they look amazing when they're lit up, and the overall connection to it is quite easy. It's very similar to what Lee and Lee used, but it's also very similar to what Sahara Gaming's got with their ARGB fans. Very, very similar. It seems like whoever they are getting these from, the ODM, they're clearly a copy or a rebrand of similar fans from Lee and Lee. Now, when it comes to performance, now yes, there is of course going to be a difference between 50% and 100% fan speed, but you're sacrificing the noise levels. Now, if you heard through the noise test, there's a major difference in noise. Now, these are quite loud at 100%. They aren't the loudest fans ever, but they are definitely loud when you go past 75%. So probably the middle ground would be 75. I don't test for 75 because it's usually, when it comes to a normal user, usually they set it between 50 and 100, and I can't go testing each scenario because after 75%, that's usually when the noise starts to pick up more because they're getting closer to 100% RPM. Now, they look absolutely fantastic lit up. They do. I like the connection, but like I said, the overall lighting looks amazing. The overall build quality, however, I wouldn't say they're exactly the best. The bearing type, I mean, there's not a lot of information on their website about these specific fans, so I'm going to assume they're probably some sort of a hydraulic bearing, which is basically one of the standards these days, so it means just got fluid inside. But I wouldn't say the build quality is the best because, look at that. Oh, see that? I'm not even putting a lot of pressure on that. Yeah, the build quality is not the absolute best. Now, these retail for $40, so it's around, I'd say, 30 odd pound, 35 pound. So, personally, there's better ones out there, and I personally wouldn't buy them for that kind of price. Now, if these are like 25 quid, then quite honestly, that's a good deal. But I've looked at better ones, and quite honestly, I don't think they're worth over £30. I just don't. That's my personal opinion. Whether LTC agrees, that's up to them. Initially, I'm, you know, at the end of the day, you send me a product, you're going to get my personal opinion, whether you like it or not. But at the end of the day, I honestly don't think they're worth the $40, because there are better options out there. But if you guys are willing to buy them, then of course I will leave a link down below. And I mean, I like them, but I personally wouldn't buy them for myself. I'd personally prefer something better. I preferred the Sahara Gaming 3-pack, because initially they do look a lot better and the quality is a lot better as well. But I mean, that's completely up to you. I'm not going to tell you to buy them or not to buy them. I'm just going to tell you that I personally myself wouldn't buy them. Now, you know, I mean, yes, obviously the connector comes off to a standard ARGB and standard PWM. I'm all for that. No proprietary cables. But other than that, I wasn't really exactly excited. Yeah, they look nice, but, you know, the build quality isn't exactly there for me personally. But that's just my personal opinion. But other than that, really, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please make sure you subscribe. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend and week ahead of you. I've got quite a bit coming next week. I've got a Thermaltake case here. I've got another case I've got to review. I've got 2 coolers. I've got another pack of fans to review, which is similar to these. They connect together, so I'm hoping for better. But yeah, so make sure you subscribe for that. And this is Rich for WELSHYTECH. Goodbye.